Hi everyone, my name is Chloe, welcome to the channel. The other day, lilsimsie put out a video on her YouTube channel where she built this amazing old style Tudor country home. But unfortunately, she wasn't feeling too well and didn't get around to actually furnishing it. But what she did do is put it on the gallery so everyone else can furnish it. So that is what we're doing today. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So here we are, here is the lovely house built by lilsimsie, very cottagey kind of vibe, very outdoorsy. We do like it, it's got a lovely fireplace, but yes, we're gonna see what I've done here with this. So I couldn't really decide on the kind of vibe I wanted to go for. I just kind of started to play around a little bit and see what things worked. I do start to sort of get the overall theme of the cottage a bit later on, you'll see in a moment. Also, I did try and stick to the packs that lilsimsie used in her original build, and I believe that was Base Game, Jungle Adventure, University, and oh, there was one more. It's one more. Snowy Escape. That was it, Snowy Escape. Those were the packs that I did try and stick to, which, you know, it's a challenge. I don't mind a challenge. I always try and put a little accent table near the front door because I always think it's a nice little idea just to have somewhere where you can like come in, throw your keys down, all your letters can be there and everything. I really struggled with the curtains as well. Like the options for curtains aren't great when you have to decide and only work with a couple of packs. I think I go back and change this living room, like the colours of the rug and the sofas like 3 times or something. It's ridiculous. I can't decide. lilsimsie did originally put quite a long table in the dining room. I tried to see how a circular table would work. I thought that could be quite fun, but in the end I think I do actually get rid of it. Yeah, I delete it. And then I wanted to use these chairs from the new update we got. I just think they're great chairs. So in the original video, lilsimsie said that she envisioned a bar in this area of the dining room, and I did try and play around with what a bar would look like there. But I do change it to something else later, and you'll see that. You'll see that in a moment. So right off the bat, I knew this wasn't going to be one of those like really trendy modern houses just because of the style of the outside. So I sort of played around with some older looking things, some more granny style items, I suppose you could call them. These windows gave me such a hard time with the curtains, like none of them seemed to fit quite right. Yeah, these kitchen ones as well. This was not fun. None of them seemed to fit quite right on there. I was very, very close to choosing these in the blue swatch because I actually did think it looked quite nice. But in the end, I wasn't feeling it. So I did get rid of them. And I'm pretty sure in the end, I just don't even put curtains in the kitchen because it was just giving me so much of a hard time. So when we got to this room, this was like a spare room that could be used as an activity room. I decided to put an easel in here and make it kind of like an art studio. And then as soon as I put the art studio in, I immediately knew the vibe I wanted for this house. As soon as this art studio was in, I was like, right, we've got an older lady living here, really cool, really artistic. She lives out in the countryside. She wants to be surrounded by nature. And this is her studio. She likes to sit in here and paint and listen to her music. And that pretty much like set the vibe for the whole thing. So you'll see I start to put in a lot of different paintings all over the place, make it kind of eclectic. I didn't really know what to do with the kitchen either. Like this was kind of hard. In the end, I just wanted to fill out the space a little bit more, so I put in some more counters. And then I'm pretty sure most of the decorating I did in here was just putting down things on the wall or just decorative pieces. So like a frog, I put a frog in there. I've been doing that a lot lately, putting frogs in builds. I think it's just fun. I don't know why I went put down that tea set, honestly, because that's a very expensive item. I do think I'd change it though. Yes, I change it for a tea kettle, yes, I change it for a teapot. I did actually change the colour of the counters as well, just to give it more of a rustic vibe. I like to think this house hasn't been updated for like a good 30 years. And then you can see the curtain from the bathroom downstairs was like poking through the floor, so I had to cover that up. Of course, we used the artist bed for the master bedroom. Even though this bedroom is a little bit smaller, it was the only one that had an ensuite, so I was like, well, that kind of makes sense for it to be the master bedroom. And then I tried to do a sort of gallery wall above the bed, so I'm trying to find a few different photos here, you can see. Trying to find a different way to arrange them to make them look nice together. Then I thought I'd give her some nice big counters in the bathroom. Oh, this shower. I really wanted to use this shower, but the only thing that annoyed me was the fact that the glass stays this weird blue tint, like no matter what swatch you use. And I wasn't feeling it. It's a shame. If it didn't have that blue tint, I think it would definitely be more usable. Now we're moving on to the guest bedroom. So I imagine there's like an older woman living here. She's grown up, had her children, and she's just enjoying living life by herself in this nice house in the countryside. But she does have a couple of guest rooms because she might have like a couple of kids. They might have kids as well. So she might have a few grandchildren. So I just imagine she'd kind of keep some beds available for them if they ever want to visit. Oh, my stomach just made like the loudest noise. I must be hungry. I also made sure I put a computer in that guest bedroom as well, just to have a workspace. I don't imagine this lady who lives here is very computer literate, but I like to think she's got like some older machine in one of the spare bedrooms that she goes on to maybe send an email or something to her grandchildren. So now we're moving on to the second guest bedroom. So this would probably be where the grandchildren would stay when they visit. Originally, I only had one bed, and then I thought, no, we've got space for two beds here, so it would make more sense really as well to have two small beds. And I don't think I originally put toys in here to start off with, but then I think later on in the build, I was like, oh, okay, she probably has grandkids, and then I go back and I do put some toys in this room as well. Not tons, but enough to keep them occupied. I'm kind of actually regretting not putting one of the drawing tables that they have for kids in this room, actually. I feel like that would be something that this woman definitely has for her grandkids, but for some reason I didn't think about that at the time. Because she's so, like, artistic herself, I'd think that she'd want to have something like that in there, but I did not think of that. And also, I like to think that she's a little bit musically inclined as well. Like, she's just a very artistic person in general. So a couple of the paintings kind of feature some instruments and things like that. And then I put a couple of instruments in the spare bedroom as well. And then we've got the big main bathroom in the hallway. I just keep everything the same, like for the plumbing and stuff. I've said this before in another video, but I generally try and keep all the bathrooms the same. It just saves me a lot of time and a lot of stress. But I did actually put a bath shower combination in this one. Yeah, I struggled with that downstairs bathroom window. Oh, and now we're getting to the wallpaper. So again, I kind of wanted it to be an older vibe. Some maybe the wallpaper's a little bit outdated, not the trendiest. So I went for this border with the wood on the bottom and then like a very subtle flower pattern. Again, the tile in the kitchen, I'm trying to make it fairly ugly because again, it probably hasn't been updated in like 30 years. I thought this chicken pot and pan rack was perfect. It really gave me the country living vibes that I needed. But I'm quite happy with how the kitchen turned out. Even though I didn't do loads to the kitchen, I feel like I decorated it as well as I could. Then we definitely needed something on the walls because it was looking a bit bare. So I just put a couple of sconce type lights on there. I didn't want to crowd the walls too much with tons and tons of paintings. Oh, and these are the new flowers from the update as well. They're really cute. Oh, I love that chicken statue. I just really like it. I had a really hard time trying to find something to fill the space in this room. It didn't feel full enough. But yeah, I was playing around with a few things. I can't remember what I actually put there in the end, so it's as much of a surprise to me as it is to you, so I guess we'll see. Oh, I went for this. Yeah, that feels about right. I feel like that's the vibe, definitely. And then I thought maybe we could have some sort of divider in the artist room in case she did any, you know, real life drawings, getting people to come in and maybe pose for her. She could have that so they can maybe change behind there. Oh, that's right. I put another side table down here. And I think I put the frog on there. The frog has pride of place in the living room. Oh, I got rid of the chairs. I thought I kept those. But to be fair, those university ones do actually suit a little bit better, I feel. I feel like the new chairs we got with the update were maybe a little bit too much on the modern side. I like the idea of the curtains on the archway to the art studio, so if she's working on something, she can just keep the curtains closed. And then I actually get rid of the bar. Do I do that now? Or yeah, I get rid of the bar and I actually replace it with a piano because I figure, well, if she's, you know, artistically inclined, if she likes her music, she likes her art, she'd probably want a piano. And I do actually replace it with the antique one. I actually had this little idea that she actually really loves collecting antiques as well, because I think the teapot in the kitchen is like an antique teapot as well. And she has a few little statues and things around the place that I thought, you know what, yeah, they can be antiques. Maybe that's her hobby. It's so funny watching this footage back, especially when I get to the end of builds, because most of it is me just zooming out and zooming in and turning and like trying to see like if there's anything that I've missed. Did I change those? Oh yeah, I did change those. Those do look a little bit more, a little bit older actually. So that's a good call, Chloe. Well done. Oh, and now we're getting to the garden, I think. Oh, maybe not yet. Oh, I put the expensive teapot back on the living room. Okay. This house is so expensive. Like, there's some really, really expensive items in here. But luckily, we didn't have a budget, so do what I want. So I really wanted this cute little table. I use this one all the time, and then I think I actually realised it wasn't in the packs that I was meant to use, so I had to get rid of it. So I actually didn't change much in the back garden. I just sort of added to what was already there. So I put in a grill, seating area. I think I put in a statue somewhere as well, a couple of planters, a bird bath, of course. And then there was this statue of this ballerina, which I thought was really cool. I thought that maybe she might have sculpted it herself at some point. And then I just added a little flower bed around that just to make it feel a little bit more busy in that area. Oh, and I think I add in some bushes as well. Yeah, there I go, adding in the bushes. Oh, and that's it. I added a bench as well. I thought that was a really nice touch. So I wanted something for the kids in the garden, her grandchildren. So I'm pretty sure I actually went and grabbed a soccer ball or a football. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Now I'm putting some toys in the kids' room. So it's not a lot. It's just a doll's house. And I'm pretty sure I put something else, maybe? I think I did anyway. Oh, maybe I just added some paintings, and I think I might have added like a fun lamp as well. And now I'm just going around putting in all the little like details. So in the bathroom, I'm putting some toothbrushes, some, you know, towels and things. This is like normally my final step before I finish, just going around and adding all the little like decorative bits. And I think that pretty much completes the furnishing of this build. So that was it. That was how I furnished lilsimsie's build. Sometimes I really like doing like ugly granny houses just because it's fun. It's fun to make things a little bit intentionally ugly sometimes. I will post that on the gallery. I will leave my gallery ID down in the description as well, so you can go and check it out and download it if you want to. If you liked the video, then don't forget to press like and subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notified every time I post. Also, I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday, so if you want to come and hang out with me on there, please do. We have a good laugh over there, me and my followers. So that is all for today. I will see you in the next one. Bye!